Right. Good morning. Phone calls first thing in the morning. Number one.
You have reached Creston Cole. We are open on an abridged schedule right now. Please leave a message and we will call you back. Please leave a message and we will call you back. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Ralph, and I'm calling from Maine. Coal supplier in Rhode Island. I'm coming. This is, I went to Tractor Supply, nothing. Let's see if they call us back. Closed. They're in Charleston. And you're not showing me the one in Pawtucket, which is a big one. Look at Rhode Island's loaded with them. Coldfield Pizza. Manufacture coal stoves. Fairhaven Coal Company. They won't give me the phone number though. Coal-fired pizza. A lot of coal-fired, man. That's the way to cook a pizza. No, I'm not seeing. I can't remember the name. Anyway, somebody told me to call them. That's a real effing trip, man. This is a trip. All right, let's make another phone call. Let's see if this house energy, this the state energy people. And I went to their website, and coal is not on their website. I just read an article from 2010, and Tony's Coal had over 300 customers, a coal burner. Believe it or not, 300.
Hi, you've reached Dan Burgess, Director of the Governor's Energy Office. I can't get to the phone right now. Please leave a message and I'll get back.
Let's see if I get a phone call back from them. You know, I'm going to call corporate office here at Tractor Supply. I went in. The lady remembered me. Man, I thought she was going to have a heart attack. Mr. Russo, I don't think we got the coaling yet. Biggest supplier of coal. Let's go see what comes up. Central Maine Coal. North Turner. I'm still struggling with this thing smelling. I gotta see if it'll shut down today so I can, I don't know what to do. I'm getting coal fumes in here, exhaust fumes. Here we go again. This says the biggest coal supplier. Hi, my name's Ralph.
Not available. Please leave your message after the tone.
Nobody answering the goddamn phones. This is amazing. Let's go see how far this place is. He's got a 5-star rating. I just read this article. 1 hour. That's amazing. 1 hour. It's a real sad thing I don't have this pickup truck transmission still holding together. I mean, 1 hour, I could probably hold 2 ton in. What a shame. All right. That's what's going on here. Nobody's answering the phone. Nobody's calling me back. Contact. Turn. Supply. Conroe, Texas. Bad enough I got trouble with the stove. I heard firewood up here is in bad shape too.
Thank
Thank you for calling the Tractor Supply Company Customer Solutions Center. All calls may be recorded for quality and training purposes. You may also visit our website online or on your mobile device at www.tractorsupply.com. Para español, por favor, oprime el ocho.
Please expect a delay in answering your call due to heavy call volume.
For information on the stores nearest you, including address, hours of operation, phone number, and to be connected to your store, please press 1. For information on an existing TractorSupply.com order or to reschedule a delivery, please press 2. If you have questions about your Tractor Supply credit card, Tractor Supply gift card, or Tractor Supply business account, please press 3. To place an order or for product and price information, please press 4. For Neighbors Club information, including account update, purchase history, and rewards information, please press 5. For all other questions, please press 6. If you have purchased a Power Plus warranty and need additional information,
Oh, Jesus
or
Christ.
to file a claim, I'm sorry, but that is not a valid response.
Yeah,
If
I
you have
dial
purchased a
0.
Power Plus warranty and need additional information or need to file a claim, please press 1. If you have purchased an exclusive branch product and need to order a part or for additional information, please press 2. To complete the customer survey referenced on the bottom of your receipt and be entered into the sweepstakes, please press 3. For questions about career opportunities with Tractor Supply Company, please press 5. To repeat this information, please press 7. To return to the previous menu, please press star. To speak with a Customer Solutions team member, please press 9. Tractor Supply would like feedback on your experience with us today. To participate in an after-call service,
This unbelievable. No wonder why nobody wants to shop with these assholes.
Thank you for calling Tractor Supply Customer Solutions, Montana. Can I have your first and last name, please?
Yeah, Ralph. Water. Look, I'm up here in Maine, and like a ton of coal from you guys maybe about 4 weeks ago, and I ordered another one, and the manager there tells me they can't order on it's whatever you deliver. Now I need another pallet of coal up here, and I don't know who to call. It's like, this is crazy. A pallet of coal, I can't even get a pallet of coal.
Okay, I do apologize.
No, you don't have to apologize for nothing. And I mean, anything I speak out to is corporate. It's nothing to do with you. You understand? Corporate is ruining this country, and there's no reason why I can't get a ton of coal here in Maine. And you're not the only one. So
I might be able to actually get this figured out for you, Mr. Ralph. I am not too familiar with coal myself.
Yep.
But if you have placed past orders for this as well, can you give me a good phone number for what your orders would have been under?
Well, I didn't. I walked in, they had a pallet of coal, and I bought it.
Okay.
And now I need at least one more pallet. I need 2, but I at least need one more pallet. You know, they got stuff out there like huge kennels for dogs, and they got, you know, tubs for big cattle farms and stuff. That stuff don't sell. Well, this stuff this time of the year sells, and I can't believe, and she couldn't either. She was just shaking her head. There ain't nothing I can do. So I don't know if you can put an order in. The problem with paying for the order, I'm going to be honest with you, that I'm on LIHEAP, and they're not a vendor, and you refuse to be a vendor. If you were a vendor, I could get all my coal from you, but you refuse to be a vendor. So this is out of my pocket. So my vendor that I have, Paris Farmers Union, they still might get their load of coal in, but it's getting late. I mean, I ordered that in May, and they've been having a tough time for some reason.
Okay. Okay. I will ask, what type of coal is it? Is it the nut coal?
Yeah, nut
Rice
coal.
Okay, is it the 40-pound bag?
Yeah, 40-pound bag.
Okay, it does look like. Let me check the availability. I did find it. Let me see.
And it's so expensive. I can't believe what they were asking. You know, they're asking $12 or $13 a bag. You buy a pallet, they don't even knock a few bucks off. There's no delivery. I got to pay somebody else to go pick this stuff up. And at that price, you know, if you were $8 for a 40-pound bag, $7-8 is very reasonable. So I don't know why it's so expensive. But anyways, there's a shortage of coal up here. And I'm sure if you get more and word gets out as the winter goes by, that there might be more customers.
Okay, yes, sir. Okay, so how many of these are you wanting?
Well, a full pallet, which is 2,000 pounds, which is what, 50 bags?
Yes, sir, you are correct. You're good at math. Okay, and then are you wanting these items picked up in store, shipped to home? How are you wanting them?
Well, you can't ship it to the home.
We can ship home. It would just cost a little.
Well, I'm already at $12 a bag. How much do you think it would cost to get a ton of coal delivered to my house?
We can figure that out. I do want to let you know, though, currently this item is $9.99 per bag.
Yeah,
that's a little bit on sale, I guess. That's still about $10. That's not 12.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And so we can build the order to ship to home, see what it's going to look like. Let's do that first.
I can't believe I'm in shock, you know, because us folks, there's only a small percentage. The governor says there's about 1% of Maine population that burns coal. Still, that's I think there's like 700,000 people in Maine or something like that. So that'd make it ballpark figure about 7,000 people burn coal up here. And it's a good fuel. It's really gotten bad rap. They're talking about bituminous coal, which is really, really filthy. This stuff is heating coal. It's got very low sulfur. It's burned, is clean as home heating oil.
Okay. And then, Ralph, do you have a good email address that I can put on this order?
No, I don't. I got a phone number.
Okay, and so what I am going to do, because we do require an email address, I'm going to put the store's email address.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Well, how come corporate won't let the manager there order the coal though, instead of going through you? I mean, you're doing a delightful job. I have no complaints, but I just can't I find it amazing that corporate stores won't let their people talk with the big corporation, you know?
Yes, sir. So to my knowledge, what it is that store only specifically can order what they are averaged to do in sales data.
Right.
So they can't place orders bigger for than what they are expected to sell.
Right.
And so we can always place the order for the customer in the store using their stockyard kiosk. I know the store sometimes has problems with that, so they will suggest calling in and you can place an order that way. But I do know that it is not as simple as them actually ordering in a truck, just more to have at the store. They'd have to have a word from corporate to be able to do that. And then I will ask, what's a good zip code for your local store?
04358.
Thank you, sir. South China Main store, is that correct?
Yeah. So if the coal goes to that store, right? And then how does it get delivered to my house? Because they said they have no delivery.
So it doesn't get delivered to the store. Whenever you are placing an order online with us, the order is actually fulfilled to you straight from our distribution centers.
So a truck in Kentucky that's got the power to coal or Tennessee will drive all the way up here. How much is that going to cost, ballpark?
I don't know off the top of my head. I'm gonna have to build the order, and then from there I'll see the total.
Well, that's kind of ruthless. Well, I mean, if I got a neighbor that I can pay to go pick up the pallet of coal at the store.
Alrighty, and then so I do need a billing address for this order.
No, use this.
Whenever you're ready.
I'm not paying for this. I already kind of made it clear.
Oh, okay, Ralph. I can't place this order for you if you're not going to pay for it.
That's what I mean. When it gets to, right now, I'm trying to grab any coal I can. That's a problem. Nobody wants to hear this. So if the store down the street's got a pallet of coal, I'm going to go pay them and get the pallet of coal here. This is my winter heat. And if you guys, if you multi-million-dollar corporation that I shop at and many of my friends shop at can't get a pallet of coal up there, but meanwhile I can go buy a 500-gallon watering trough for cattle that's been sitting there for 5 years. I mean, that's pretty poor.
Yes, sir. I am very sorry, Ralph. Now I'm actually searching for the availability in your store area to see what stores have availability for it. I completely should have done that from the get. Okay. All right, and I'm going to tell you all the surrounding stores that have availability for it because it will pull it for me. Okay. Alrighty, so you're correct. The Waterville store, they do not have availability for it.
So how can we change that? If I'm a customer, say I'm a customer and I just want to go buy a bag or two every now and then, because they do open the pallets.
So I'm not sure exactly how we would make it to where you could go buy them every time that you needed them, because from there we only stock the availability that we are assumed to sell. So what I can do is I'll let you know that the Belfast store, it is 27 miles from your zip code, the 04358. They have currently, it reads, over 10,000 on hand. So they do have a big truckload at their store. So what you could do for that would be you could go to your local TSC store, and that would be the Waterville store. Whenever you go in there, you would let them know exactly what you're wanting to place an order for, and they can do a deliver from store. So that Belfast store that has availability, it would be a special order specifically for you. From there, they would be able to ship it to your local TSC store. Now, that's going to cost money. Unfortunately, unless it's something that the store is going to go ahead and get them, to be able to get the product to their store, there will be a shipping cost. And that is all up to the store. They do have to place the order in store to have your physical card and you being in there as well. That is something.
Right. So if I understand. So if I walked in there and said, Belfast got a pallet of coal, get me a pallet of coal, I'm going to have to pay the shipping from Belfast to Waterville. And then I got to go find my neighbor to pay them to go pick up the pallet of coal. What am I up to? $15, $17 a bag? I mean, do you have any idea what the shipping costs would be from Belfast to Waterville?
I do not. I can give you your local TSC store's number. From there, they can try to build the order, but they are going to suggest for you to come in.
Well, I understand to come in. I went there yesterday, and the lady was like, I didn't get your coal, dude. We ain't got your coal. We ain't got your coal. What's going on here? How come one store have 10,000? Which, there you go. What a fucking nightmare. No, that ain't the same people in May. Yeah, right, not to the store. How much would that be? 27 miles, $5 a mile? God damn, I wish I had my Dodge running. So they got 10,000. She said, you heard me. Belfast store got 10,000 bags. They got 10,000 pounds. Wow. That's a trip. Yeah, one way. On top of $500 a pallet, it cost me $500 a pallet. Remember, this is only a ton. I was paying $460 delivered to my house. So now you're at $535. I mean $635. What a motherfucker, huh? This is unbelievable, man. This is absolutely unfucking believable. Unbelievable. I'm just absolutely blown away how America's going. And they're getting $10 a bag for 40-pound bag. Wow. This guy ain't going to go to Belfast. It's not even coming up on my search. Belfast. And like I said, I'm just absolutely blown away by the level of stupidity. So she hung up on me. I didn't hang up on her. No, she knew the order wasn't going to be fulfilled, and she was on the phone. And corporate is probably going to penalize her for being on the phone for 10 minutes and not placing an order. I'm in no way trying to drag you guys into my shit up here, but this is pretty exciting for me.
Thank you for calling Belfast Tractor Supply. This is Rose.
Hi, Rose. My name's Ralph. I was wondering if you had a pallet of nut coal there.
No, I don't have a full pallet. I think I have a half a pallet.
I just called corporate, and I'm over here near Waterville.
Yep.
And Waterville hasn't got the pallet for me yet. And she said you had 10,000 pounds there.
No, I don't have 10,000 pounds here.
What the hey is going on? I just got done off the phone with corporate about getting you to ship a pallet over to Waterville. So you don't have a full pallet of coal?
No, sir.
Are you going to get any?
I got the one pallet right now, and like I said, it's half sold. I had somebody come yesterday and bought 25 bags off of it. So the only thing I have left is the rest of what's on the pallet.
Right. Well, I need actually 2 pallets. Do you think you'll be getting any in?
I won't know when I'm getting it. I should be getting more in, but I won't know when it's going to come until my manifest drops on the truck, and that's every Sunday.
Yeah, corporate told me that there's some kind of yard thing you can apply for and put the order in. Is that true?
Well, if you're closer to Waterville, they could probably do a rain check for you, or you could come into the store and do a stockyard order.
Stockyard, that's what she said.
Yeah, that's done in-store on the computer, and you pay for it, right?
Right, but they couldn't guarantee me when I get it.
Right, and that's going to be part of the issue is it goes through second and third dairy truck driving companies that will bring it to the store.
Wow. Yeah, I don't, they can fulfill it and there's no time frame. I could get it next August. You know what I mean?
Well, usually it's within like 3 weeks or so, but sometimes it gets caught up in shipping and it sits somewhere waiting for somebody to bring a load. That doesn't happen all that often, but it does happen.
Yeah, and it does happen, and this is kind of strange coal, so it's more than likely, I might not even get this stuff before winter, and I got, $500 tied up. I really appreciate your time.
Hold on before you get off the phone. I'm gonna look because sometimes if you go on the website,
Yeah,
it'll tell you.
she did yes.
I've got 25 in stock, but if you go on there and you check other stores, hold on.
Yeah,
I have somebody trying to help me and she's moving too fast. But if you change stores, like it'll tell you how many, who's got it available and how many they have.
right. The problem is if I got to go 40 miles away, I got to pay somebody to get the coal delivered here. I got a neighbor that's got a big truck, and he was kind enough to run into Waterville. I don't think he's going to run 30 miles away. You know what I mean?
Right. Let me, we're going to look it up on the thing and see who's got what in stock.
I appreciate it. The problem is
You do have it.
if you got it down in Oxford, you can't get it up to Waterville without me paying a high shipping cost. You know what I mean?
Do you know where Palmyra is?
Yeah.
They have 2,800 in stock.
They got 2,800 pounds?
No, bags.
2,800 Palmyra. Thank you very much. I'll contact them.
Do you want their number?
Hold on a second. Let me grab a pen. Yep.
It's 368
368
2299.
2299. Wow.
All right.
And they got 2,800 bags, but this lady told me on the phone you had 10,000. Honest to God, I just got off the phone with her.
I believe you, but no, we only had one pallet come in and we sold half the pallet yesterday.
Thank you. Hey, keep that coal coming, man. I'm telling you, this is our only defense when they go to $10-12 a gallon for home heating oil and start shutting the power down because everyone's running these electric heat. What are they called? These things they're putting on there. Man, we're going to be in serious trouble up here. And don't think it ain't going up. Fuel prices are already going up. So get your coal in there, and we thank you so very much, and you have a great day.
No problem.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
You ain't got nobody to listen to you. That's fucked. Palmyra. So I just read an article, and I do got the article if anyone else wants to read it. It's on the Vanguard Times. It was done in 2010. Down East Coal, they were doing a story on coal. At the time, he had over 300 coal burning customers. Tractor Supply. Palmyra. And let's go get directions. Directions. Unfucking believable, man. This to me is just, oh yeah. We're way down in Portland. So let's see what we got. Hmm. 42 minutes. What a fucking mess. So that's one way, 42 minutes. Hmm. You guys all intrigued with this? Not only that, I got to go pull this stove apart because something's leaking and the smell's coming in here. It ain't the problem with the fuel now. It's a problem with the stove for me today, anyway.
Good morning, Paris Farmers Union. Mita speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, where is this Farmers Union?
South Paris.
Are you the headquarters?
What do you mean, hon?
Are you
The
like,
warehouse?
yeah, the head store? Anyways, what I'm looking for is coal. Did you guys get any coal in yet?
Let me check, hon.
Okay, thank you. For a ton of coal. Oh, I just seen no.
Are you looking for a stove coal or nut coal?
Either one. I can burn stove. I use nut coal, but
It looks like according to my board, we're only doing them by the bag right now.
well, I need at least 2 pallets. Do you have any idea when you're going to get some in?
I don't know, but I can certainly go check for you.
I really appreciate it. I'm over here in China, so I forgot the name of the store that I usually deal with, but they're telling me they can't get none. And I don't know. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Let me go check for you, hon. You said either or?
Yeah, I can do either or. Yeah.
All right, let me check for you.
Okay. Wow. And then they play this stupid shit. This is like your typical New World Order music you're listening to. Honestly, every time I call and I'm on wait for 2 hours with the hospital or the doctors or something, this is the same music everyone up here plays. It's a trip. Ain't that something? Crazy. Fucking, there are people down there in Pennsylvania. They told me right out, come down here with a 20-wheel dump truck. We'll fill you up for free. You know, all the coal you want. Fucking real. And the problem is when you deal with some of these young people, you know, they're like, oh, he wants coal. He's killing the planet. You know what I mean? They're only selling it by the bag. Who buys a bag of coal? What are you, crazy? Like somebody went and grabbed 25 bags. That's substantial. I hope this ain't the governor up here and their energy people. Yeah.
Coal will be the only one that I have right now by the pallet.
Okay. And yeah, well, you deliver over to China?
Like China Main?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he goes that far, but I'll double check for you.
Well, if you got that coal, can you send it to the other store that's closer to me? I forgot the name of the town it's in. It's not far from me, like maybe a half an hour. That's where I've been getting my coal, but there they gotten so PO'd of people calling and ask them where the coal is. You know, that's a problem. You get 30, 40, 50 people depending on supplying your winter's heat with coal, and you don't got it. And instead of getting the corporate to do something and get the coal in there from Pennsylvania, they're just getting kind of snooty with the people that keep calling up.
agree.
I talked to the guy like about August that buys the coal down at Paris headquarters, right? I said, who purchases the coal? And the lady gave me the phone number, and I called the guy and I says, why don't you get a rail car up here? May. They're 80 pallets to a rail car. You get it here 6-7 times cheaper than trucking. And the guy got really snotty with me. Real snotty.
Well, that's not very nice.
No, it wasn't very nice because he didn't know nothing about rail. And so, in other words, you bring the rail car in with my I don't remember the name of the town up here that's got the Paris that I deal with. But anyway, they supposedly have 3 tractor trailers coming up here. That's 150 pallets. I don't know why you ain't putting this on a rail car. It makes absolutely no sense to anybody that knows about shipping.
Right.
If it and the rail tells me if it's not overly time sensitive, like it can get there within a month, and they could have done this back in June, the prices actually go down. But if you need it there in 2 days, they'll get it here in 2 days, but the cost will be extraordinarily high. Now, they can load that right at the coal mine at Kimmel's, because I've called Kimmel's.
Right.
So I really don't. So that would mean they would have to put a siding. Paris would get their forklift, unload it onto a truck, and then go from wherever the rail is to the store, which is a hell of a lot closer than going from Pennsylvania up here.
Right. I agree.
That's like 780 miles, I think, to the mine. That's ridiculous, bringing it in by truck.
Right. Well, let me double check on that for you.
I appreciate it. What's your name?
Nita.
Nita, I tell you, you're wonderful, man. I'm telling you, you high five to you.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I mean it. Oh my God. This mind fuck New World Order music. Well, this is where we're at right now. Turn Conway. You heard that music before? I call it the New World Order music. And Winthrop. Governor's office still haven't called me back. They ain't gonna call. They don't give a fuck. They're gonna be a madhouse in here. I hope they run out of fucking home heating fuel. That'd be cool. You guys send $10,000 up here. I'll buy you 50 acres of land once everyone bails because they can't get no heating fuel. Yeah, this is definitely a psyop program. There ain't no question about it. Why would everyone choose that? I
So the best that I can do for you, my dear, is send it. Did you say it was Newport?
no, Winthrop. Well, I went and looked it up. That's a Winthrop store that was usually delivered. They've been delivering for me for at least 5 or 6 years.
The best I can do is send it up to our warehouse, and then our warehouse would have to deliver it to Winthrop.
But they can get it?
Yes. So they'll have to get it from us South Paris guys, but at least they'll have it for you, and then when Winthrop receives it, they'll have to give you a call to let you know that they do have it. I'm not 100% sure when they would have it, though.
And would I have to pay for all that shipping?
No. I
Okay.
don't think so.
So if I call Winthrop store, what is the name of your store?
South Paris.
So you're in South Paris. So if I say South Paris can get me the 2 pallets of coal, you need to call there and I'll place the order. Then eventually they'll get coal. I mean, if I get coal delivered in January, I'm still good for now, but shortly after that, I'm going to be running out of coal.
Right. No, that's the best I can do for you, my dear, is send it to Winthrop for you and then go from there.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, not a problem.
And I'll call Winthrop store, see if they got any order in yet. I don't know why they're not getting the coal. I mean, I really can't believe what's going on here.
Right. I don't know. We're having about the same issue down here.
Yeah, I know. And you know, there's a lot of coal mines down there would love to fill orders up here. I mean, you know, you're going to have everybody run to electric heaters and you know, the rich ones maybe put oil burner in finally. And boy, the whole thing is just like a deck of cards waiting to come down, I think. Coal is king.
Sure is.
Coal is king. You ain't going to buy a better heat and fuel than that on planet Earth.
That's right. I agree.
You take good care, sweetheart.
You too. Thank you, Don. I appreciate it.
All right. Excellent. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Damn. Where's that friendly gal when I'm out there? Wow. I mean, how can these people agree with you? That's where I'm really fucked up, is they're in agreement and they can't get the fucking coal up here. Wow. I need a smoke after that. We'll make a couple more phone calls. Hang in there. This ain't all about Ralph, boo, boo, boo. It's about America, baby. Coming apart at the seams. Oh, we got it.
Call from Z.
Hello? Yeah.
Ralph, how you doing? This is Terry, Central Maine Coal and Turner.
Hi, how you doing?
How's it going? good. Hey, I should have plenty of coal. Thing is, right now I'm at $500 a ton, and I know that it depends. I think I should have another load coming in possibly next week, and I don't know what the price will be, but I imagine it'll be around $500 a ton. That's what I'm at right now. It depends on the trucking and stuff when I have a truck, you know.
Yeah, how come, I called Kimmel's Mine because about 7 years ago I wanted to be a distributor, and I called Kimmel's Mine, and you can fit 80 pallets in a rail car and get it here 7 times cheaper than truck.
What was that again? I'm sorry.
If you call the rail shipping, you can get 80 pallets per box car of coal from Kimmel's Mine. You can get 80 pallets of bag coal.
Right, yeah. No, I'm in Turner, so I don't have a railway close to me. I thought about that back 4 or 5 years ago, but it's just a side business for me. The thing is that I don't mark my coal up much.
Right.
I mean, honestly, they get like Blast Shack and they get so much Lehigh anthracite. I mean, they're selling their coal to dealers right now for $4.50 a ton. So $4.50 a ton, and then you got to have it trucked to Maine here.
Right.
And you're talking a couple $1,000 a load. So you're talking, I'd be into it for close to 600. Well, I'm sorry, it'd be about almost $5.50 a ton. I'd be into it.
Right.
And right now I'm not even selling. And of course it's a good thing Blast Shack hasn't gone up as much as Lehigh, but still, it isn't. There's not a lot of markup in it. In fact, I burn it myself. It's really the only reason I'm doing the business. You know what I mean?
Yeah, good.
So,
What kind of stove? What kind of stove you got?
I've got several different stoves. I've got a New Yorker and boiler, and I've got a couple of self feeders.
Aren't they unbelievable? Isn't it's unbelievable? I just read an article from Bangor Times back in 2010, and I forgot the name of the coal supplier on the coast. But they had 300 customers, and when the fuel prices were going up, they were selling more and more stoves, and that's what Mainers should be doing right now. They should be backing out of this home heating oil and this electric crap and getting coal in their house. But I couldn't get any of the people together. I tried Paris, I tried Knights, I tried Somerset Stove. I says, we need to have a co-op up here where we get 3 or 4 rail cars brought up here cheap. Now you say you're not near a rail, but it'd be a hell of a lot cheaper going the 40 miles by truck, unloading the rail car to your place. You know what I mean? Than bringing in 48 pallets on a truck.
Hey Ralph, can I just cut you off for a second? I just back with you for a minute.
Yeah.
I could call and talk to you a little bit more sometime. I just wanted to let you know I do have some coal, and I wanted to give you an idea what the price might be.
Yeah.
But I've got a guy that's.
What's your name?
What's your right now?
What's your phone number and name?
Yeah, it's 207.
Yep.
754.
754. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's 754-2483.
2483. I'll put you down on my list, and thank you so very much. I really appreciate your time.
Yeah, but I've got coal and right now it's $500 a ton. So, and like I said, I don't know what'll be on the next load, but it might be the same. But,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it won't drop any, but it should. I'm hoping it'll be the same. So, just wanted to let you know that.
Thank you so very much. You have a great day.
Thanks, Will.
Bye-bye.
Appreciate you. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Bye-bye.
That's what I mean. You can't get people together. These fucking people, when you're talking about a company that orders a truckload like Knights did, that's 48 pallets. And we couldn't get all these people to make their coal orders in May and get them up here by July. It's ridiculous. I don't know what to say. I'm not belittling the people. It could be true for all over. You know what I mean? All right. Lowe's. Lowe's might deliver. And this is the closest one, Augusta. And let's see what Lowe's got to say. You know, you're dealing with so many people that had their brains disrupted by how cold. I'm going to tell you a quick story, right? My buddy, oh, that stove's stinking again, man. I gotta cool this thing down and get to work on that too. My friend over in New York, back in the day, in the 70s, worked on Corning, and they're the ones that made the catalytic converters. This is a true story. And so they stopped putting catalytic converters.
Thanks for calling the Augusta Lowe's. Calls may be recorded or monitored. Para español, más que 9. Now, what can I do for you today?
Coal.
Sorry, you can say things like, I'm here for curbside.
I want coal. I want to order bags of coal. I want to order pallet of coal.
Okay, for what type of product?
Not coal.
Okay, for what type of product?
Operator, please. Customer service. You're not doing a good job. Yeah, how about getting me to somebody to help? I want 2 pounds of reefer.
Let me get an associate to help you.
All right, there you go. Just ask for reefer.
To answer your call as quickly as possible.
How's that?
Please stay on the line for the next available.
Coal is curbside.
You know that you can check.
Yeah, that's a long way.
View your order history on. Log into your account at Lowe's.com today.
Reefer. You like that one? Just ask for 10 pounds of reefer. Since I didn't cooperate, though, they're not going to answer the phone. What'd I tell you? Hi, I heard you guys carry coal, heat and coal.
Hold on one moment.
Uh-oh. We got some nut crank call asking for... Hi? Oh, here we go again. Reefer. No problem. How you doing, Bubba? This is a trip. Yeah, makes me want to both shop at Lowe's. Good morning. Boy, you're missing a pretty funny one this morning. Hello? Hello? Hi? They don't want you to call here.
Outside lawn and garden.
Hi, I'm looking to buy coal. I'm looking to buy 2 pallets of coal, and somebody told me you carry coal.
I can check real quick.
Yeah, sure. I've been on hold for a long time. It's been a long time. So yeah, I appreciate it. How you doing?
Good, yeah.
Oh, well, I'd be doing better if I could get U.S. Dug coal in my heating system, but we're
All
having
right.
we're having a little trouble.
Yeah. I'll look it up and I'll get right back to you.
I appreciate it. Wonder if he's holding the phone down near his crotch, like, yeah, cold man, suck me off, you know. Oh, what a trip, man. Thank you all. I never call them because, you know, they're like 30 miles away. And, you know, I don't have a truck anymore. All right, I'm going to need a break, okay? I'll be right back. Busy day. Wow. All right. So they don't do in store. You got to order it online. And then they'll tell me once I put my order in whether they're going to ship it. Well, that's the most important part. What the hell's wrong with you people? You know, I'll tell you folks, I'm not cocky. And I'm sure they got some stupid fucking reason to be this fucking stupid. But, wow. Shit down. I gotta do this today. You know, fucking heating assistance people go to hell. Fucking jack-offs. You know, they wouldn't help me with the stove. They wouldn't help me with the chimney. They wouldn't help me with none. But they will help you with with an oil burner. They will put an oil burner in. What are you, a fucking idiot or a moron? What's wrong with coal? All right, so there you go. Thank you. All look that up. I'm not going to put my email address in here, but we'll see if we can order coal. Squeeze the last older generation out. Not only that, like I don't think I got the article. I would post the article. I think I canceled the article. Oh, here it is. I'll read this to you if you want to hear it. This is 2010. Coal is not like it used to be. Hillsboro, Maine. Most people think coal, they think envision dirty, messy, black soot. No, you don't have black soot. The coal ash that goes in the pan, if you don't treat it properly, when you pull the pan out and put the cover on it and you drag it through your house, yeah, it can make it really, really dusty. But the coal stove don't emit dust. That's the first thing. Black soot, no. Black soot is when you burn plastic in there. Surrounded by dust and difficult to clean up. The business in the state that still coals that sell coal stoves and other alternative heating units say growing number of people embrace coal as a way to reduce heating costs, and it is cheap. There ain't nothing cheaper. There ain't nothing cheaper. And these communists that are taking over our country are going to make sure that you can't get coal. It looks like. Although the number of Mainers heat with coal is low. Sandra Chaploni, a co-owner of Down East Coal and Stove in Goldsboro, said about 5-year-old business has close to 300 customers using coal. This is 2010. Coal is not like it used to be. She said, we carry anthracite coal, which is clean coal. Clean burning, going to days when it was dirty and black. They mean in bituminous. And he goes down here and talks about it. Anyways, I'm just going to skim through this. There's a spot here where 1 ton of coal is equal to 189 gallons of home heating oil. Now, that number is way off from what I've seen. It's more like 410 gallons of home heating fuel. But whatever. We'll call it 200 gallons of home heating fuel at $5 is $1,000, right? Is roughly ballpark $1,000. My coal was coming here at $460 for 2,500 pounds. 500 pounds more than a ton. It's a great deal. Highest energy content of coal, according to the National Mining Association, an average of 25 million BTU per ton. So you get about 25 million BTU. I thought it was 32, but that's all right. Environmental Protection Agency notes that anthracite stove meet Environmental Protection Agency's emissions, and they do. That's why I'd like to get a new stove. He goes on to say it burns up to 36 hours. Well, if you got a self-feeder that holds 200 pounds, that's bullshit. I'll get 4 or 5 days out of that easily. But I can't get a self-feeding stove here. We were looking at them. This is Keith Stoker. Let's give Keith Stoker a call. What do you think? You guys into Keith Stoker? Give them a call. Let's see if they're even answering the phone. You can learn a lot from a dummy. Let me tell you something. If you can access coal and you got money to invest in a good coal stove, there ain't nothing better. I don't care if you cut your own. Hi, how you guys doing?
Oh, not bad. Yourself?
I'm miserable as all could be. I'm up here in Maine and I can't get coal.
Oh, really?
And I've been LIHEAP. I'm on the LIHEAP program and they refuse to come in here and help me with one of your self-feeding stoves.
I wonder
Because they're communist. I mean, what other reason? I'm going to buy an American-made stove from Pennsylvania, right? You guys are in Pennsylvania.
Yep.
I'm going to buy my fuel from Pennsylvania, not pedophile oil from Saudi Arabia, and I can't get no help. And that includes the governor's office up here.
Yeah.
You guys wouldn't want to do like a free giveaway to this poor son of a bitch up in Maine. You know, my problem is, even if you said, yeah, Ralph, we're going to give you, we're going to send a coal stove and install it and do the whole 9 yard and show the rest of Maine how to heat. You know what? I can't get rice coal.
Wow.
Now what do? I got to go get a rock crusher and convert my coal stove, my coal, my nut coal into rice coal. So you guys are still busy?
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, man, it's a wet dream for me, but it ain't gonna happen up here in Maine. And what's a low end stove going for? About 2,800. Self feeder. I got a Vermont cast and Vigilant.
Okay. Yeah, about 2,800.
Yeah. And you don't
Base model.
and you don't have nobody up here really in my area that deals with that, do you?
What's your zip code?
04358. There's two in this county called Somerset Stove and Rocky stoves, but neither one of them want to be a supplier. It might be something if you get somebody hanging around to stop making phone calls up here.
We have Down East Wholesales in Maine.
I called them, you know, their phone number isn't working. And that's actually where I started watching YouTube videos and learn. But there's no, the phone number keeps coming up disconnected.
What about Moscow and Batman boilers?
Hold on a second. Let me write that down. Moscow boilers.
Yeah, Moscow and Batman or Bantam boilers. He's in Millinocket, Maine.
Damn, I'll call him up.
What his number?
Yeah, oh yeah, you got his number. That'd be even great.
207.
Yep.
723.
723.
8595.
8595. Look, I can't thank you guys enough. I really can't. I can't believe I got on the phone with somebody and you make a good product. I really would be anxious in having one put in here. And I just appreciate.
That Down East, I think they're out of business.
You think they went out of business, don't you?
Yeah, I just looked them up here and it says permanently closed.
Are they? Yeah, it's a real shame. I don't know what's going on, but I know home heating oil goes to $9-10 a gallon up here. There's going to be a lot of frozen people up here.
Yeah. I mean, we were saying that earlier in the with the cost of fuel oil, there's going to be a lot of people that are either going to be cold or hungry.
You know, you want to hear something else? Lie heat, right? Which they come if you're poor, they'll come and fix your heating system. They refuse to do anything with coal, but they'll put an oil burner in here, and they'll put one of them heat exchangers in here. But they will not. They will not do a good coal boiler like you guys got. I said,
They do it in this area.
yeah, but you're American.
Yeah.
We're loaded with communists up here. I mean, seriously, I'm not just saying that. But you know, you want to come in and put a oil burner. How about a good coal stove with the heat transfer? You know, the hot water pipe.
Mm-hmm.
Put baseboards in and a 400-gallon tank, and then monitor me for the next couple of years and show Mainers how to heat a house.
Yeah.
Because you ain't even going to cut wood to compare to this fuel.
Mm-hmm.
Cheap as you can get it. Thank you so very much.
Sure.
Have a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye. What do you think of that? I mean, there's no reason for this shit. You got communists. They will do it in Pennsylvania, though. They will install your fucking coal boiler. Like I said, people say, well, you can't really bitch about the place. No, they're communists. They got no common sense. Let's see if this is a proper number. Down East Maine is out of business. Hi, Key Stoker gave me your phone number. Do you guys sell Key Stoker coal stoves?
Well, we haven't sold any for a while, but we have the franchise for them. What are you looking for?
Well, they're low model. They're the self-feeder. I think it's about $2,800, $3,000.
You're looking for a hot air
No,
coal boiler.
No,
Coal
no.
furnace is what you're looking at.
no, I don't have hot air. I mean, I can pump it into the room, and I don't have any baseboard. Liheat's willing to come in and put an oil burner in. I said, how about baseboard in one of these coal boilers? Nope.
What do you mean they don't want to do it? Is that what they're telling
Yep,
you?
they're telling me there's no vendors in Kennebec County.
Well, if we're putting a coal boiler in, we haven't put coal boilers in for the last 4 or 5 years, I guess. I don't know what happened. We were selling them by the dozen. Key Stokers and Axman Andersons, both units. The Axman Andersons quite a lot more money. But
I don't think people realize what they got themselves into in shunning coal. I mean, that's every word out of Obama's mouth was how bad coal was, but anthracite coal is clean.
they ought to take Obama and let everybody take a gun and shoot the bastard.
Yeah, well, both sides of the aisle. I'm an old timer. I've been watching this for a long time. Both sides of the aisle, in my opinion. They're both.
Not mine. When Trump was in there,
Right.
I bought heating oil for $1.22 a gallon. I stopped burning coal home. I burn coal in my business and I burn it home. I bought oil that year for $1.22 a gallon. I'm paying almost $5 a gallon by that same oil with that idiot we got in there now.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Democrat, Republican, they can talk about all they want. That son of a bitch is a Democrat, and he's ruining this country. I'm selling coal right now this year, a skid of coal, which is 1.2 tons for $600 friggin' dollars. Last year I sold it for $350. Same coal.
Same coal. I'm having the same issue. Paris has been my supplier. $460, 2,500 pounds, bagged, 50-pound Kimmel's coal mine, and that was delivered. And this year, they right now they can't get coal, and Tractor Supply can't get coal, and Lowe's says I got to order from them. I cannot get coal here.
Well, see, I had to be a lucky one. The coal that I handle, that company never went overseas with their coal. I handle Black Shack coal, which is, in my opinion, the better coal of all the coals out there.
Right.
And I have sold 8 truckloads of coal right now. And my problem is not buying the coal, is getting somebody to go get it.
Go pick it up in Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Well, I had 7 years ago, I finally got to talk to somebody in Kimmel's mine for about 20 minutes. And they said 80 pallets on a rail car. If it's not time sensitive, you got a month or 6 weeks. You can get it up here 7 times cheaper than truck. And nobody wanted to hear it. I tried to get everyone that supplied coal to order, make one big order, get the shit at it, $137 a ton, and nobody wanted to hear it. That's
Well, you know what? When you get coming by rail,
yeah,
I have mine all come by truck. They back right in. I have my forks. I pick them up and I stack them
Right.
in my building. If you got it by rail, it's a lot of work getting that off there by rail. You got to have a piece of equipment down there, and you also got to have a piece of equipment up here, and you got to have a truck going back and forth. It costs you when you're all done doing that, you're going to pay a lot more money for the coal and the amount of money it's going to cost you to do that. You save it getting it, but you pay it to take it off.
yeah. I think you could do it a lot cheaper, but that's my own opinion. Being a trucker, the permits and fees just to get the coal up here on truck is ridiculous. But anyways, we're on the same side. I appreciate your time. If something in my life changes, I will call you up and get a coal stove in here, self-feeder, and Ralphie be a happy old man.
So where do you live?
Over in China.
Oh, you're down the southern part of Maine.
Yeah, I'm down near Waterville.
Yeah. You're quite a ways from here. If you're in Waterville, you're about 2-hour ride from here.
Yeah, and that's another problem. You know, Rocky Stove Shop, big $1 million stove shop. He ain't dealing in coal. He refused to deal with coal. And
Well, this year I sold coal in Bangor, Jackman. I sold coal. You wouldn't believe they're coming out of the woodwork to buy coal here because I'm the only one that got coal.
that's what's going on right now. Do you ever contact Paris Farm Supply?
No, I don't call anybody. They usually call me when they want to.
Well, I'm just letting you in. Paris Farm Supply has been having trouble. I made my order in May like I always do, and it's been on and off. Yeah, we're going to get it. No, we're not going to get it. No, we're going to get it. We're not going to get it. They don't have it for now. My last...
Let me tell you what happened. In the spring of the year, I got a letter from my coal company, Black Shack Coal.
Yep.
They said that all the coal companies are going to start selling their coal overseas because the demand is real high for it.
Yep.
We're not going to do that. Coal has doubled immediately.
Yep.
Reading coal went up $450 a ton the same day I got that letter. Then you take that 1 ton of coal multiplied by 1.2, because that's what's on my skid. It ain't a 1 ton, it's a 1.2 ton. And when you get done figuring it all out, it's almost $600 a friggin'
That's insane.
coal. And it's totally insane.
And you know, a lot of the coal's going to China and a lot of the coal's going to England, of all places. But Margaret Thatcher, 20 years ago, shut down the coal mines there. Now, my buddy, you might want to keep this in mind, is up in Nova Scotia. They just opened up a mine up there. They just reopened a mine. And then my other friend, who's got friends in Poland, they can't get any heat and coal. They got lines over 1 mile long with people with cars and trucks waiting to get a load of coal to heat this winter. And this scumbag in the White House blew up that pipeline. So that's exasperating the people of Germany and Europe that can't get gas to heat their houses. So it's...
How do we have a guy in the White House doing the damage that he's doing? He's still alive and he's still there.
45
happened in the United States.
45 years I watched that scumbag and the rest of his cohorts on C-SPAN. That's what I did. I wasn't watching porno growing up. I was watching C-SPAN and what these communists were doing. And, you know, I wasn't a fan of Trump. He didn't lock the bitch up, and I don't want to hear it. But anyways, when I woke up and found out that scumbag was our president, I said, holy moly, it's all done. It's all done.
You know, they've already proved that he never won that election. Why is he
right?
If they proved that he never won it.
Well, that I would agree with you. But, you know, when you come in and shoot your mouth off, you're going to get reefer off a class 1 drug. You're going to lock her up and you're going to drain the swamp of people like ATF and IRS. You better do something. I don't want to hear excuses, even if you got to start shooting. he should have fought. He should have done something. Anyways, I'm not here to belittle. I don't worship anymore. My last man I worshiped was Ron Paul. He was a good man. He won the state of Maine. They disavowed that one too. And that was it. I was done with the politician shit. We're in serious trouble.
Ways of voting. They vote when you vote so the Democrats can win. Even if they don't get the votes, they still win.
Yeah, well, they there's a good show on YouTube. You might want to write this down. Jimmy Dore, a 11-year-old hacks a voting machine. There's 33 states that use computerized voting machine, and you can hack them. He shows you how they did this. An 11-year-old hacked it in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Jimmy Dore show on YouTube. 11-year-old hacks voting machine. You might have some tough time finding it, but show that to your friends.
You know, we're living in a hell of a time and a hell of a world right now. It's unbelievable.
It's a new world order. It is nothing to be confused with, but everything George Bush Sr. said. This is the order of new light. This is a new world order. And what you work, if it takes you a half an hour of labor to buy a loaf of bread in Africa or Zaire or Europe, it's going to take you a half an hour of labor to buy that loaf of bread here. They want to equalize the whole world. And this is Klaus Schwab. I can go on. I don't run a business. I got a lot of time with a lot of good people in my live stream, and we're all investigating what's going on. It'll make your head spin half the shit that I could tell you what's going on. And it really isn't a shithead in the White House. It really isn't. It's both sides. And I don't think we can bail out of it. The only thing I can do is say at a state level to succeed from this mess, because their trillions, $100 trillion worth of debt is on you and I's back. I think it was $1.9 million for every man, woman, and child when we hit $100 trillion worth of debt. It's
gaining awful fast.
It is. I don't know what to tell you what the answer is. I've been at this for 45, 50 years. I had no life. I had no wife. I have no kids. This is where I've been. I've been a patriot and investigated back in the day, Billy Cooper. Look, you flew planes through the building. Don't tell me it was Osama. And people want to say the building came down from fire. Give that a break. Where's the plane at the Pentagon? How you burn children to death in a church in Waco? All these things that went by the wayside that people didn't want to resolve the issue. Well, it's called me pay me now or pay me later.
It all comes out in the end.
It does. And just be good to yourself. Be good to yourself. Be good to others the best you possibly can. And just hang in there, because we ain't seen nothing. Wait till they turn the power off up here in Maine. There are too many people buying these heat exchangers. Like I said, sir, they won't help me with a good coal stoker for $3,000. No, they want to spend 10 grand and come in here and wire one of these heat exchangers.
They are selling them by the gross.
Gross.
My young fellas put over 200 of those in this year.
And why you do it for the poor people that are on lie heat? Do you do it for them too?
Well, what they do is they got a program now. They'll pay over $2,000. You collect about $1,200 from the person. You put a $3,500 or $3,600 unit in. That person that you put it in for is only got to pay around $1,000 or $1,200 for it.
Right.
But everybody is forgetting these things run on
electricity. You know what?
So
Well, do you know how many? If I bought one from you, when the temperature goes below 20 or whatever, when the heating coils start up, do you know how many kilowatts? One guy on ham radio said His runs almost 9 kilowatts when the electric coils come in. Do you know? Do you have the specifics on how many kilowatts they use?
I don't have it, but my young fella does. He's the one that puts them in now. I'm too old to do that kind of shit. I'm 88 years old, so I live what he's in this.
Well, you sound fantastic. Yeah, one of the guys. The only thing I ever heard was 9 kilowatts when that thing kicks in. And think about 9 kilowatts in every household kicking in at the same time because the temperature went to 17 degrees or lower. At the same time, at the same night, man, our electric grid can't handle that shit.
It's all electric heat. The people don't understand. They get the air coming out of there that's warm, but it ain't heated with oil.
No.
With an oil burner that's got a 1.7 horsepower motor on it, or a 1/3 or whatever, that 1/12. They're running that cheese and rice. When you get that on the grid out there, you're gonna have blackouts for Christ.
Blackouts. That's what I'm talking about. And I already talked about this to the LIHEAP people. And you know something? Every single one of them agree with me. I don't know what the governor's energy office is doing. I just tried calling them to let them know how bad the coal situation is up here. But they really don't realize.
The reason we got a bad coal situation up here is on account of every bit of the coal they're mining is going overseas.
Overseas. Yeah, I heard that.
By October or November, they will be selling it back in this country. But Black Shack, the people I buy my coal from, never did that. They're the only company that never did that. They stayed in the United States, and everybody that buys their coal can get their coal. Now, I sold 8 truckloads of coal. That's over 200 ton of coal so far this year.
Wow.
And I've got it lined up, and I'm selling it not in Millinocket. I'm selling it in Bangor, Ellsworth. Jackman's over 2-hour ride from here. They can't get no coal anywhere. Bangor, for crying out. I never sold coal that far in a circle from where I live.
How long you been in business?
I've been in business over 60 years.
So, you know what? It's pretty funny is I just went to the governor's office of energy and they got all the prices of wood and propane and electricity, the average cost of all this shit. You know, coal ain't on their list.
Coal is the one that ain't on their list because it's the cheapest one you can. I can burn in my house home. I have an oil and a gas burner that goes on my boiler. I manufacture my own boiler anyway. It's the Bannon boiler. I don't know if you ever heard of it or not, but we sell them all over the place. And they burn oil or gas. And I have a gas and an oil burner for that one. And I have an Axman Anderson coal boiler. And I have hot water heat in my house. And I can heat my house cheaper than anybody on account of what I have there. Because I'm in the business. I designed and built my own boiler. And I sold quite a lot of them. I got boilers down in the Portland area and all through the place there. But I understand that when you want to save money, until this year, you could buy coal and sell it at $330 a skid. A skid of coal is 60 bags.
Yep.
And the regular ton is 50. And that's all I sold it for. And you're paying all this high price out there. So you could burn coal for 20% of what it costs you to burn oil.
I've been talking to them people till I'm blue in the face for 8 or 9 years. I told them this house has no insulation. It's got 1,100 square feet maybe. I got cracked windows. The windows are all crap, old very drafty house, and I'm burning about 3.5 pallets, which would be the 2,500 pound pallets would be
This one, that's a 1.2 ton pellet.
right. Well, mine are 1.5. I get 2,500 pounds.
Yeah, but when you normally they come 2,400 pounds, and that's 1.2 ton.
Right.
The 400 pounds gives you 10 more bags at 40-pound bags.
Yeah.
And that will get you up there. So you got 1.2 ton.
Right.
That pallet.
And I'm running.
1.5. You'd have a hell of that's a heavy.
I'm running a Vermont Caston Vigilant coal stove. I've been having so much trouble with leaks developing. It's an old stove. It's been running around the clock. The seams are all gone. I'm shutting it down now because I gotta pull the stainless steel piping out of here because I got a leak somewhere and it's filling the house up with stench. And these people won't help. It's absolutely amazing the bliss ignorance that we got even at a state level. And any excuse you want, if somebody wants to burn coal in their house and they can move that bag of coal, there's no reason why they should be shunned. And that's all I've been done here in Kennebec County. They will not.
It's not here. I used to buy coal stoves and boilers 12 at a time.
Wow.
Before I took them off the truck and they hit the ground, they were all sold. And 12 more would be on their way. This is some of the stuff I used to sell.
Yeah, Keys. I just called Keys Stoker. They're working around the clock down there making boilers. They can't make enough of them. So now the coal supply has been disrupted. I don't know what to say. What's your first name?
My first name is Bob, Robert Bob, whatever you want to call me.
Well, Bob, it's been a real pleasure. I don't know if the governor is willing to sit down with anybody, whether it's this governor or the next one. You know, under his administration, they weren't too kind to me either about coal. The first thing they thought about is I'm killing the earth. I'm not killing the earth. And if you put a better
LP gas, coal, in the atmosphere, the gases that come off LP gas is 32 times more dangerous than coal. You have a different gas.
Yeah.
You have a muric gas, which is an acid, sulfuric acid coming out of the oil and stuff and gas, and you have a different kind of gas coming out of coal. So when it gets up in the atmosphere, the gas, LP and city gas, is 32 times more dangerous than coal is in the atmosphere.
Is that amazing?
Nobody understands or realizes that, but that's a fact.
No, I went to Kimmel. Used to have a coal conversion shop for 25,000 BTU, and wood. Coal was $8.25. Wood was $14, and then pellets was $16. And I mean, if you're healthy and you can cut your own wood, you still invest in a lot of time and money cutting that wood. But you know, getting coal delivered here for $400, $500 a skid is you ain't gonna beat that. There ain't no way in hell you're gonna beat that kind of heat. And it's sad you can't do a commercial. I love to see you on Channel 6 doing a commercial touting all the benefits of getting away from this pedophile Saudi Arabian oil and natural gas and all the rest of the bullshit. I'm not as old as you, Bob, but I remember growing up in Rhode Island, and my folks were really worried when home heating oil went from 32 cents to 88 cents a gallon.
A long time ago.
Yep. And it's just really, really sad. I think getting a contract and getting some of this coal up here in bulk again, I think by rail myself. But anyway, whatever.
The problem with that is when you get it by rail, it's all loose. It makes the worst freaking mess you ever seen.
Right.
When you buy it in a 40-pound bag, it comes all bagged. It's
right.
On a skid. You can buy a 1-ton skid or you can buy a 1.2-ton skid.
Yeah. Well, I
buy the 1.2 because I get 20 skids on a truck instead of 24, and I have more space to stack it. That's why I buy it that way. But when you're burning coal, the only problem with burning coal, you got a lot of ash. You got to take care of the ash every day.
Yep.
But the benefit of it, you get more BTUs out of it per amount that you burn against the oil and the gas and wood and all this other kind of pellets and the rest of them. I sold pellets here for a while. You get pellets stamped, you got to throw them away. You can't burn them. You can take coal and put it right in the river, take it out of the river and put it in and burn it.
Yeah, you got
Water.
3 bags of pellets to equal the BTU on a 50-pound bag of coal. That's what I understand.
It does. It takes a lot of them.
So with that, those pellets come in plastic bags. Now I'm burning 3 times the amount of product and dealing with 3 times the amount of plastic bags. And the EPA on the ash side of things, you can put that in your garden. The tomatoes love it. And the EPA says you can bag that up and throw it in the landfill. It's legal. And the ash part of the whole deal, if you got a good ash pan in these and you got a cover, it's not, I don't use the cover, so my house is really dusty. But that whole deal, it just drives me nuts that I can't get a self-feeding stove here, get some help, and some serious people who really want to help poor Mainers quit giving their money to pedophile oil companies like AFC and the rest of them up here. It's a real disgrace. Self-feeding stove with 200-pound hopper, and you empty the ash maybe once every 3 days, you're all set to go. And I'm glad I called Keith Stoker this morning because they turned me on to you and I got your name. And if I ever get some extra money, that's what I want up here. I just want a self-feeding stove, nothing elaborate, and something I can buy a deep cycle battery and an inverter in case the power goes out, and run it for 5 or 6 days before I got to worry about it.
Well, when you buy a unit that needs electricity, a deep cell battery isn't going to do it unless you get them hooked up so you got 120 out of a bunch of them.
Yeah, well, I got no. What you do is you get a deep cycle. They run the stoves. The self feeders that I looked at ran about 130, 160 watts. Which, if you get a 1,000-watt inverter and put it on a deep cycle boat battery, I figured it out. It was like 32 hours you could get out of that. I think it was before you got to charge the battery again. But whatever, you can overcome a lot of this stuff. A lot of them are self-feeding, but they're gravity fed. They don't use electricity.
Well, they got to have something if they got a fan or something in it.
Yeah.
Burning coal, you got to induce draft in order for it to burn efficient and right.
Yeah.
If you got one that's all gravity feed and you're depending on air coming in at the burn coal, it requires an awful lot of air to do that.
Yeah.
And if you've got something to run a little fan in there, that makes it burn more efficient and it keeps the fire going and everything else.
Yeah, but it blows up underneath it. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm using this Vermont casting. I've been struggling for years with it. I just, in August, I really took a good flat spotlight and I went under there and I looked at all the seams. They're all opened up. And the stove needs to come apart and refasten. But other people would tell me, even if you could take that stove apart, you might not get it back together again because that stuff is probably warped. So I've been wanting to get, but like I said, the state will come here and they'll put in a $10,000 heat exchanger. They'll put a $10,000 oil heater in here because I'm poor, but they won't help me with a $3,000 coal stove. It's amazing what the bliss ignorance that there is out there.
I'll tell you how, I'm going to tell you how to do that.
How's that?
Let them put the expensive oil boiler in.
Yep.
And then find somebody you know that wants that oil boiler and trade it for a coal boiler. Buy the coal boiler.
You're really serious about that, ain't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
people do that. I've had people have the state come up here, they don't have any money, they put a brand new boiler in. Then they want to burn coal, so they find somebody that wants the new boiler. They get enough money to buy the coal unit, and we put the coal unit in.
That's exactly what I might think about doing. She says, well, you don't have no standby heat. I said, no, I don't. I said, but coming in and putting an electric friggin' heater in the house, highfalutin, call it what it is. It's an electric heater. How secure am I if the power goes out? So why don't we
Electricity, no matter how you look at it, the meter turns quite fast when one of them are on.
Yeah, I heard 9 kilowatts an hour. I don't know what to do, Bob. I think that's probably some of the best. Have them install the thing and then put it on eBay.
Well, what you do is you find somebody. Don't let them know what you're doing because they'll probably cut your nuts off if they find out.
Oh, yeah.
Find somebody that would like to have what you got. Now, to put a boiler in today is quite expensive because everything costs so friggin' much money.
Yeah.
And these coal boilers are a hell of a lot more money than an oil boiler is.
Yeah.
So what you do is you find out how you can do that, and you might even look for a second-hand one. I was taking Axman Anderson boilers and buying them for $1,000, bringing them in. Them a $10,000 boiler. I'd bring them in here and remanufacture them and sell them for $2,500, $3,000. Not to do it going.
Yeah, Rocky.
So when I got home, that's what I've done, and I bought brand new ones in here, and them are $10,000 units when you bring a brand new one in here.
All right, Rocky Coal Shop over here in Augusta, right? I used to go and talk with him, and I'd say to him, how many coal stoves do you get out of people's house? We get a few. I says, how about finding me a self-feeding one that's in pretty good shape and giving me a call? Nope, won't do it. Won't do it. Never called me. I went in there one time. His wife was like, "You still looking for a self-feeding coal stove?" I said, "Yeah, I am." She says, "Well, I got your name on the list if we get one." And I know they've already thrown them away. They scrap the steel and give it to the fucking Chinese. Meanwhile, I'm over here really could have used that self-feeding stove. But right now, Bob, my biggest problem is I got two choices. I got nut coal and I got stove coal for the suppliers here. Nobody's carrying rice or pea. Nobody's carrying rice or pea coal over here near Waterville. Nobody.
I don't know why, but they're not doing that anywhere. In my coal that I'm selling, there's a truckload of rice, a truckload of pea. Bring it in, it's gone.
Unbelievable. Oh, absolutely unbelievable. I really appreciate your time, Bob. You know, I wish we could solve this state's problem with this.
You can't do that. Listen, I've been around a long friggin' time. I've been a Democrat all my life. I'm not a Democrat anymore. I'm a Republican. I went down, changed my party. These friggin' Democrats today, and I don't care what anybody tells me, they are ruining everything. When you can't buy something, it's on account of what they've done. It's terrible. I never seen anything like it, for Christ's sake.
No.
The Democrat Party ought to be locked up in jail or shot, one or the other.
Yeah.
You don't need them around here anymore. Christ, everything. And I know the Democrats are blaming the Republicans. They're still blaming Trump for all this shit going on.
Yeah.
He's been in here for almost 2 years. What the hell is the matter with these friggin' people?
They ain't got no common sense. And, you know, I think both sides are worshiping an idol. And I think that's where the trouble comes in. I don't think
both sides are doing it. This is all Democrats that are doing it.
Oh, well, there's a lot of Republicans that dicking around. Believe me, there are a lot of Republicans that.
We got now to this country. Every son of a bitch and thing that's wrong, I don't care where it is, you'll find a Democrat running
connected to it. Yeah.
Or that state, or they'll be the governor. They're all Democrats.
Yeah.
Look at the red states that's got Republicans. They don't have this friggin' problem you got in here. They're all Democrats.
Well, we do.
Said, what the hell do I want to be a Democrat for Christ's sake? They all be all in jail.
What do you think if Paul Page gets in next winter, if we get through a winter? Do you think Paul LePage will be able to solve the coal issue supply problem?
I don't know. I know if we put him in there, we got the right guy in there anyway.
Well, I hope you're right. I know he don't like poor people, and I'm not out to get, free shit from the government. But, I mean, we just spent $100 billion to Ukraine, which I don't care.
I know that.
And all this.
Anyway, listen, I got people lined up buy some from you, so I got to kind of cut this short.
You take good care, Bob, and I tell you, I really appreciate your time, man. You are awesome. High five. Stay healthy, stay well, and we'll talk to you later. Thank you so very much. Bye-bye. What can I tell you? The fucking guy's getting 10 loads in of coal and gets rid of it, but he's 2 hours away. I don't know what to say. Hey, Leslie, I didn't mean to talk over you, but you were right in the middle of a conversation there. So this guy gets coal stoves. He's a Keith Stoker dealer. You can get me auto feed. He don't know much about battery backup though. That's one thing I know he don't. Because what I got is old Dodge out there, and what I can do is charge batteries with it. Diesel. But it wouldn't take much battery backup. 1 or 2 deep cycle batteries. I'd have plenty of battery backup. I got a big ass gel cell that weighs about 98 pounds. Wow. Are you guys blown away as I am? So that's what's happening. That's crazy stuff, isn't it? I told you, you call me what you want. Carol should be in here right now. Carol's shooting her mouth off and doing all that good work. She's doing all that good work on energy crisis. What do you think I'm doing right now? Do you know how many people have burned coal? There are a lot of people up here. It might be in the 7,000 to 10,000 people range, and we can't get coal. You call it what you want, man. They're fucking this country right up, man. And somebody did tell me that on radio the other day. He says, your coal's all going to Europe because they closed the fucking coal mines down in Europe to try to be green. And now they're stuck in a fucking shithole mess that they can't get heat and I can't get coal. I think he's wrong, though. I will disagree with him. He's been in business, but I disagree with you. A 750-mile trip to Pennsylvania by truck ain't no way in hell going to be any cheaper than bringing the rail up here and having a forklift rental and a tractor trailer flatbed rental, and then bring the coal out of the rails. That's absolutely nuts. That's the only thing I disagreed with that guy. That's absolutely nuts. Agree. That's a good phone calls, man. We've been doing good just on this one subject this morning. It's really sad Carol didn't show up, though. This was a good time where she won't have any clue of any of this stuff because coal isn't even mentioned. And let's go call the governor's office again. You want me to call the son of a bitch again? The son of a bitch, the energy people at the governor's office will not call me back because I mentioned the word coal. Well, and for them people that I said, I will burn fucking tires in this coal stove. And I bet you any money that I can get it to the point, if I balance the coal and balance the amount of rubber I put in there, I bet you won't get black smoke coming out of here. I know I won't have the, would you burn rubber? Well, I'm not going to burn wood. I don't have access to wood. I got all the sidewall tires I want at the junkyard. I got to get this coal stove slowed down. They won't even help me. I mean, I tell them I'm breathing in fumes. They don't care. They don't give a fuck. So we're by ourselves. And we're almost out. So we're almost out here. Let's get this. We're almost out. So I got another hour. That puts me at 12 o'clock. Hopefully I can pull everything apart without breaking anything and get this thing fired up before 4 o'clock. I need to make a little breakfast and then we're going to be going here in a little bit. What a fucking mess. There's even the guys on radio last night were talking about bagging up coal from Pennsylvania and sending it up here, believe it or not. No, I don't want nobody doing that. I shouldn't have to do that, but you already heard I'm going to pay through the nose for coal because these cocksuckers want their coal to equal the same BTU in cost of pedophile oil. But in my world, I think I'm better off biting the bullet, paying more for the coal, and getting the coal here. Because pedophile oil gets turned off, supply. Remember, Maine, they bring all that shit into Maine, propane and oil by rail. And we all watched the beginning of the summer, the guy from Love's truck stop that said the rail company told him he's gonna reduce his shipment by what, 30%? Why would a rail company call up Love's truck stop, which is one of the biggest suppliers? I think they take 30% of the fuel sold in America. We're in a real fucking mess. I'm telling you. What you're seeing here, whether you want to believe it or not, is a lot bigger than most people think. I think this is really big. Really, really big. Coal? Well, since when are you fucking with coal? Amazing. Yeah. Anyways, morning everybody. Like he said, that's the best thing to do. Have them cut and put an oil burner in and sell the fucking thing. This is going to be, we're going to see people freeze here this winter. I guarantee you. Guarantee you. You're going to see people, it'll be in the news by January. Anyways, good morning, everybody. What an action-packed, I might change the name of this, Phone Calls to Coal. Phone Calls to Coal. I might edit this out. Boy, I wish Carol was on the phone with me right now after she had watched this, because this is really compelling. How you doing, MJ? Really, really compelling, and she already covered that. She already covered this 2 months ago in a video about the shortages of propane and home heating oil. I can call the governor's office again. We'll make another phone call if you want. Heat and fuel prices. Notice they do not have. They only got the big three: heating oil, home heating oil high, home heating oil low, kerosene and propane. That's their fucking extent of their fucking heating. What is it? High side is $6 a gallon for home heating oil statewide. Low end is $4 a gallon. Kerosene, $5.32 a gallon. Propane, $3.27. I don't think it's $3.27. It's $4.98. I mean $3.98. I went yesterday to Tractor Supply. They were up at $3.98. Out of touch. Some fucking scumbag earning 150 grand a year to show up for 3 months out of the year, call himself the energy, go to some conferences that the taxpayers pay them to go to. I'll go to a conference of governors what's the name of this thing? I forgot the name of it. What a trip, baby. Anyways, good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing well. I'm not bitching at Carol. Just Carol told me weeks ago she was going to reach out. We were going to get connected, and it never happened. For what reason, I don't know. Whatever reason, I don't know. That's her own deal. But this was a really good, and I know she could even do a better job. She could do even a better job. I know she could. We'll find out just on this one fuel how bad things really are. Well, I don't know what to say, peeps. I really don't know what to say. Right now, we got less than 2 tons. Yeah. By the way, they're coming in here next week. I didn't share that with you. For this electric heater they're going to put in, and that's what it is, an electric heater. Don't call it anything else like Mr. Fucking Wonderful. It's a fucking electric heater. It uses up 9 kilowatts. We can call them up. Well, I'm waiting for my breakfast to cook here. I'm going to call them right now. 9 kilowatts. Think about what I'm saying. 9 kilowatts. They're your electric stove. So that means when people come home from work that have electric heat, and you all turn your electric stove on at 5 o'clock, here she is. Good morning. Boy, you missed a good show. You should redo this. Really interesting. Very interesting. So when people go on and they turn their stoves on, their electric stoves, the electric company can absorb that rise. They know it's coming around 5, 6 o'clock at night. They know it's coming, so they buy extra electricity. But when you stop putting these heat pumps in everyone's house, the heat pump's only good at 20 degrees where it burns really efficient from there up. But from 20 degrees lower, it's an electric heater is what it is. And so now you're going to have thousands of these things. They're all over the place. They're all over the place. You're going to have thousands of them kicking on at the same time. I think we're going to have trouble. That old timer was 88 years old. He thought we we're going to have the same trouble. What else can come out of that? Well, you got smart meters up here. You got smart meters on a lot of the houses up here. So they know you're burning up. They send you a letter if you don't reduce your internal thermostat down to 50 degrees in the dead of winter, we're going to shut your power off and start threatening people. You guarantee this ain't going to be good for anybody. I don't know who else to call, but we did some really good phone calling there. And like he told me, he said that Maine, down East Maine is out of business. So that was another big business here in Maine. And they're out of business. I called, this guy's over 2 hours away. He wants $500 a pallet for coal. That don't include shipping. So we got the other guy said that's what he was paying. So this is what's happening. All our coal's going to China. All our coal's going to Europe. I told you guys, my buddy Eric up there in Canada said they just opened up the coal mine up there. Margaret Thatcher was the one that closed it in England. You can't do this. You're going to catastrophic. I'm telling you guys, save your money. You send me 10 grand in February, I'll be able to buy you guys 40 acres up here in the house. How you doing, Dawn? How's everyone doing? All right, there's a price. This comes out of, what's the name of this? Governor's Energy Office. Talk bullshit. People's Coal. Trucking job. People's Coal. Here we go. Let's make this other phone call. We're calling one of the biggest suppliers, one of the oldest suppliers of coal in the state of Rhode Island.
The party you are trying to reach is not available to take your call. Please leave a message.
Wow. Wow. Holy shit. Let me see if I got the right number. That's incredible. What's your name? Got me the number for coal company. People's Coal Company, Cumberland, Rhode Island. Let's see if I can try dial the right number. Boy, they're not answering the phone. People's Coal Company, truckandjobs.com. I don't know why that's coming up. Unless they turned into a trucking company. People's Stove Shop. Wow. Coal and Coke. Pepsi Cola. No, I don't want Pepsi Cola. Well, no, I'm having trouble. Cola. No, C-O. All right. I spelled it wrong. C. What do you guys think? Anybody got anything to say? People's Coal, Pennsylvania. Not giving it. People Coal, Cumberland. What did you dial? That's a proper number. We'll try this number. One. It's ringing. Uh-oh. Out of business. Well, you want to give our coal to China? Go give it to China, motherfucker. Fuck Americans. Yeah. Wow, what a trip, huh? You guys having fun? Put one in chat. Little encouragement goes a long way. Wow. Amazing. So, when I was a little boy, we used to heat with coal. In 60 years of my life, we've seen a destruction of that fuel. Well, go check them out anyway. Communist. You don't joke about something like that. That's what you're loaded with. That's what Ralphie's been dealing with. Anyway. I don't see the value of worshiping Trump come back myself. Anyway. I mean, it's better than this. Well, you gotta do what you said you're gonna do. You can't do that shit. Whatever. Let people believe in what they want. I'm not here to change anyone's mind. You ask me, I'll tell you. No, that's a waste of time. I think the whole thing's a waste of time. Myself, I believe when you burn children to death in a church, when you shot hippies because they're protesting an illegal war, and nobody goes to jail for this shit, flying planes through the building becomes a cakewalk. You ain't got no worries about getting prosecuted for it. Do whatever you want. You want to leave the borders wide open, Mr. Obama Jr.? That's your own deal. That's your own deal. All right. I got a big project Everything goes well. What? Phantom? I don't know what you're talking about. How you doing? Oh, come knocking at my door if I'm burning rubber. Was CGI. Oh, the towers. Yeah. All right, leave it alone. I'm going to try to change the manifold gasket. This gasket has tripped me up a couple of years back, and I haven't changed that gasket in a couple of years. We're going to do that. Leave it. I'll leave this live stream up. I think I'm going to change the name of it though. Cold call. I don't know what you're talking about. It's all right. It's me. Well, only like 10 windows opened up here. Into the truck where he changed the gasket. I mean, a towel got caught in the fan or something? Don't leave it in there. Hmm. Yeah. Well, I hope you're all right, whatever you're talking about. Unbelievable. How do you get something sucked into the headers? I don't understand that. Headers blow out, they don't suck in. Wow. I'm glad we did that. Anyway. Just goes to show how many people might be in the same boat I'm in, but we ain't got no. Oh, you meant the manifold. Wow, that ain't good. Hope you can get it out. Amazing. I did all this looking up coal, you know. Now let's see when I go to buy a pair of bed sheets or something. Wow. Well, and my suggestion is going to be, hey, you want to buy coal? I'm very nervous about doing what I'm about to do. Anything breaks, I'm fucked. It'll be 32 degrees tonight. But we'll see. Probably burned up. Huh. Well, communist. Plain and simple. Well, I hope you enjoyed today. I don't know, Backwards still around. Alt was in here. As you've seen, it wasn't simple as that to order coal from Lowe's. As you can see, it isn't easy to order coal from Tractor Supply. It's going to be big, man. I'm telling you. I think it's going to be bigger than most people think. That guy's 2 hours north of me, which he's in quite a desolate area of Maine, and he's still selling a truckload of coal stoves before they even get off the truck. So people know what they're doing up here. Most of them are dual fuel anyway, so even if you cut your own wood, buy coal. No, I haven't. No, I haven't, Dawn. I gotta get moving now. I gotta move my coal stove away from the wall, disconnect it. Ain't that something? I just personally, I probably wouldn't waste my time doing that because I don't think they really care. You gotta understand, any asshole that talks about global warming or climate change before they talk about weather modification, they're probably not gonna cover anything I got to say about coal. I did call the governor's office. Yeah, energy people. And I got nowhere with that. They didn't call me back and they never will. Well, maybe tomorrow, but I need to get going today. I really need to get this work done now, and I ain't got no help. So I got to be able to get this whole thing put back together and going by 4 or 5 o'clock. Or we're going to have a real cold, miserable night. Well, it's funny. I called the heating people, and they wouldn't help. Isn't that something? I'm going to get cold. There ain't no question about it. I'm going to get cold. I'm going to pay $600 a ton. Still cheaper than home heating oil or electricity. Yeah, you too. I want to thank everybody for coming today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you know Carol, have a skim through this video because she did one on lack of fuel for this winter. Those heat exchangers are just a polite way to call them an electric heater. And I think we're going to have big trouble this winter because they're putting them in at such a rate you wouldn't believe it. Well, I got to let you guys go for now. I'll let you know how I made out. I might go live later tonight. But I want to thank everybody for coming today, all your wonderful thoughts. And I'm glad you got to ride around. This wasn't about Ralphie having a piss moment. No, this is serious shit, man. 1% of Maine burns coal, according to one article that I read from 2010. There's 750,000 people up here. That's 7,500 people. If that number is even way off and there's only 1,000 people, which makes no sense, that's a lot of people that are going to be struggling. So You're welcome. I did too. Thank you very much. That means a lot to me. I'm glad you learned about something so simple as getting rocks out of the fucking ground and delivered to your house to heat your house, basically, or what it is, and how the bureaucratic nightmare has caused all this. And that was probably Obama and this shithead selling our coal to China, you know. And we shouldn't be getting rid of nothing. Should be leaving this country. None of your trash, none of your steel, none of your washing machines, and none of the shit shouldn't be leaving the country. Automatically do something here in America and put people to work and pay them well. You can't keep getting people to work for you. You know what I mean? This number that I called, by the way, this number that I called is one of Rhode Island People's Coal Company. They've been around for ages. They've been around for ages. They've been around for ages, and they want Class A truck drivers. So, anyways, we'll see y'all later. Be good. Cross your fingers. Put a prayer out there, maybe, for me that this goes real well and nothing breaks, and we get heat later today. We'll see y'all later. Bye bye. Be good. Thank you for all the kind comments.